What is up everyone, Bigjuicyhog here, welcome back to the channel. Shadowlands is almost here and there are a few things that you should have ready to go so that you can get the maximum amount of efficiency in your leveling experience and maybe get a bit of a head start. Number 1. Clean out your backpack. It seems like an obvious thing to do. We end up keeping all kinds of crap in our backpack for a number of reasons, but what we really need when an expansion drops is space. The more space you have, the less time you spend vendoring stuff and when you could be leveling. Cleaning out your backpack can also make you a few gold as well, since I'm often guilty of having stuff sitting in my bags that I probably could have sold a while ago. Number 2. While you're at it, clean out your bank. I myself am also guilty of hoarding sometimes, and at least once an expansion you should get in there and sort out what you actually need and what can go. I have several items that I've kept over the years, mainly out of memories from a time long gone, such as my first time leveling through Angora Crater all those years ago. If you like to keep things for nostalgia purposes, this is perfectly fine, but make sure you aren't just cluttering your bank with useless materials. Anything that's not there for nostalgia purposes, you should see if you can craft something with it or else vendor it. Number 3. Preload quests. Now this may not be possible for every person on every character because of the fact that you did all the quests from the previous expansion. However, for those who did not, you can get a big experience head start by doing a bunch of quests in any given area and waiting to turn them in for when the expansion goes live. This will give you a head start on XP and also keep you away from what will likely be an extremely overcrowded starting zone in the first minutes of the expansion. Number 4. Make sure you've already farmed all of the materials that you want prior to the expansion. Once that expansion comes around, you'll likely find yourself with very little time to go and farm materials from older content. You're probably going to be making an incredible amount off of the materials you sell and the items you make that you will not be too worried about it. However, there's always room for more profit, and today's pain is tomorrow's profit. The more stockpiles you have, the less you'll have to farm in the future. As we say, time is money. Number 5. Get your gathering buffs ready. There are a lot of people that have enchantments on their gear to help with extra gathering speed, but with any new expansion you'll go through gear very quickly, and it's just not worth your time to continuously put enchants on gear that you'll be vendoring in a couple of hours. One great alternative that I've previously mentioned was to stock up on the Dark Moon Firewater. If you have plenty for yourself, I recommend trying to sell some at the start of the expansion, as others may have the same idea. Just make sure you sell it for a nice markup. And number 6. Make sure to have fun. All these tips can be great for a nice head start to getting an expansion started nicely, but you'll also have to remember to have fun. We only get to experience every expansion for the first time once. While you can focus on making gold or whatever you want, make sure that you're enjoying yourself. A game without fun is like a job without pay. You can do it, but what's the point? So those are my 6 tips for starting any new expansion with a bang, and I think that while some of this is common sense, not everyone thinks of these things until it's too late. What tips do you have for starting a new expansion? Leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.